Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Dude, grab a drink. Seriously, pull up a chair because you are not going to believe the absolute mental gymnastics I have been doing for the last 72 hours. I need you to listen to this whole mess and tell me if I'm losing my mind or if I'm just the world's most oblivious boyfriend. Because right now, it feels like a little bit of both. So here's the tea. You know my girl, right? We've been together for just over a year now. Things have been solid. Actually, better than solid. They've been great. Last weekend, we went over to her friend Jessica's apartment. It was supposed to be this super chill, low-stakes hang. Just a mixed group of friends, mid-20s, drinks flowing, music playing, you know the vibe. They have this very specific dynamic where they roast each other constantly. If they aren't making fun of you, they probably don't like you. So I'm there, beer in hand, feeling good. I'm feeling accepted, right? I'm part of the circle. We're all sitting around the living room and the conversation turns to my girlfriend. Her friends start getting into it. They're teasing her, totally roasting her about how she's basically incapable of being on time for anything. Then this guy, Mike, chimes in, yeah, and good luck getting a text back. I'm pretty sure she still has unread messages from 2019. The room is laughing. She is laughing. That's the critical part. She was totally playing along. So me, being the supportive boyfriend who wants to bond with her friends, I decide to participate. I leaned forward and said, yeah, honestly, if she says she'll be there at 7, it usually means closer to 7:45. And then I laughed, bro, it killed. The room laughed. I felt like I had successfully navigated the social hierarchy. If you had asked me right then how the night went, I would have said 10 out of 10, crushed it. Then came the ride home. We get in the car and immediately I'm talking the second the doors closed. The temperature drops about 50 degrees. You know that silence, that heavy, suffocating silence where you can practically hear the other person thinking angry thoughts. It was that. I'm driving, glancing over at her and she's just staring out the window. Her arms are crossed. Her jaw is tight. I try to break the ice. That was fun, right? She gives me a one-word answer. Yeah, dry like the Sahara. I didn't push it in the car because I wanted to get home before opening that can of worms, but my stomach started doing that sinking thing. We get back to our place, walk inside, and the silence is deafening. I finally just stopped her in the hallway and said, look, babe, clearly something is wrong. Please just tell me so I can fix it. She turns around and she looks hurt, not angry, hurt, which is way worse. She says, I really didn't appreciate that comment you made tonight. I'm blinking, totally confused. What comment? The one about me being late, she says, about the 7:45 thing. I literally almost laughed because I was so relieved. I thought that's it, that silly joke, so I said, babe, come on, everyone was joking, I was just joining in, I didn't mean anything bad by it. And then she dropped the bomb on me. She crosses her arms and says, it felt different coming from you. When my friends do it, it's one thing, but you're my boyfriend, you're supposed to be on my team. Instead, it felt like you were piling on, you embarrassed me. I was floored. I'm standing there in the hallway, still wearing my jacket, trying to process this. I told her I wasn't trying to put you down, I was just matching the energy of the room. You were laughing, I thought we were all having fun. She shook her head and said, I was laughing because I had to. It's awkward if I get mad at them, but having the person I love join in on the roasting just made me feel small. Like you were validating everything they were saying about me, but in front of everyone. I tried to defend myself, which probably wasn't the best move. I said, but it's true, you are late sometimes. It wasn't a lie, it was a playful jab. She didn't want to hear it. She just said, it hurts coming from you. I need to know you have my back, not that you're going to use my flaws to get a cheap laugh from my friends. She went to bed and I stayed up for like 2 hours staring at the TV, completely paralyzed. And ever since then, it's been weird, it's been tense. You know when the air just feels thick. We're talking, but it's polite conversation. There's no warmth, no jokes, no touching. It feels like I'm living with a roommate I accidentally offended. I don't want to dismiss how she feels, right? If she's hurt, she's hurt. But at the same time, bro, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. How was I supposed to know that there was an invisible line? Everyone else was saying way worse stuff. But apparently, because I'm the boyfriend, I have to operate under a completely different set of rules that nobody told me about until I broke them. Feels like a trap. If I sit there and say nothing while they roast her, I look like a boring lump. If I defend her, I look like the oversensitive boyfriend who can't take a joke. But if I join in even a little bit, I'm a traitor who embarrassed her. I'm just stuck in this loop of guilt and frustration. I didn't realize in the moment that it would affect her this way. If I had known, obviously I would have kept my mouth shut. I would have sat there and smiled like a mute if that's what she wanted. But I didn't know, and now I feel like I'm being punished for a social miscalculation that, to me, seemed totally harmless. So now I'm terrified for the next social gathering. What am I supposed to do? Do I just sign a vow of silence before we walk into a party? Do I have to stand there and aggressively compliment her while everyone else is roasting her? Oh, you guys think she's late? Well, I think she values her time. I'll look like a psychopath. I want to fix this, but I also don't want to feel like I'm walking on eggshells for the rest of our relationship. I don't want to be constantly second-guessing every word that comes out of my mouth. What do you think? Did I actually cross a line, or is this just an overreaction? And more importantly, how do I fix this without just groveling and admitting to a crime I didn't think I committed? I need to know how to navigate this boundary thing because clearly my radar is broken. I love her, man, but this silent treatment is driving me up the wall. I just wanted to be one of the guys, and instead I ended up sleeping on the edge of the bed with my back turned. Help me out here.